Hi everyone, it's Anna. In today's video, I'm going to embroider my new design composed of a ribbon and flowers. It's a design for a handkerchief. When I was stitching the sample of this design, I thought it might be difficult for many of you to do the edge of the ribbon. I'm going to show you the way to stitch it. I'm going to move the camera closer to my hands and show you how to do that. So this one, I'm going to explain how to do this thin part of the ribbon. There are various ribbon designs and also various ways to stitch them, so it's not the only way to do it though. I'll explain the way with drawing. Work here with satin stitch. It's gradually getting thinner, like outline stitch. Make a part where stitches overlap each other thicker again. It'll look like satin stitch. Maybe this is the most important point. I'm gonna show you the way. I'll start my thread with a knot, since it's a demo. As for satin stitch, to start your thread without a knot will make the back of your work neater. First of all, have a directional stitch. If you have difficulty in filling the area, you should have a directional stitch. Then fill in the gap. Then have a directional stitch again and fill in the gap. I want to explain the part where the design is getting thinner. Usually, I work with satin stitch by coming up and going down right next to the previous stitch though. Step your stitches little by little. You can see the gap here. Take your needle ahead a bit. Don't go down to the same hole. Go down to the side of the previous stitch. Let me see. I'm going to work with outline stitch and then fill in up to the top with satin stitch until it's covered. The reason I chose black color for this ribbon is black ribbon will be cute. In addition, each stitch won't be seen clearly with dark colored thread. If you go wrong and add some stitches like covering up the previous stitches, nobody's gonna know, so I chose black. Then I'm going to work with outline stitch from here. This is the stitch that overlaps in the middle. You can change the width of overlapping up to the part. I'm going to make them overlap just half since they are almost lined. My way of outline stitch is to go backward. To use this way makes it easier for you to change satin stitch into a kind of outline stitch. So like this. Here's not smooth. It means stitches here aren't enough. So just add some stitches. When you see the hole and find some gaps, add some stitches where they are needed. It's difficult to stitch here, so most of you may need to add some stitches. Then go back to the previous point. Step your stitches little by little, and it'll look neat. Have a directional stitches. It will tend to go horizontally here. Make sure that you have your stitch diagonally. And then fill in the gap. This way will make stitches radiate smoothly from the center. The point is to have directional stitches. Work with outline stitch where it is needed. and cover gaps as I did earlier. By the way, I want to explain one more knack of this design. About long and short stitch here, I used two colors for this flower. It will look nice if you stitch the zigzag area a little more. Have the first row of long and short stitches, then the second row. Though there is a guideline here, add stitches a little more, otherwise white covers a large space. Half stitches a little more to the bottom here. Take the needle with white thread over the pink and purple area. The point is, you may know already by hearing what I said now. I'll explain with drawing the sequel. I usually draw only the first row, otherwise it can be hard to see. Just add like this. More stitches. Half stitches until it slightly covers the white area. My pen has run out of ink. I'll draw with a tailor's chalk. Have long stitches over here. The final product will be nice by doing so. I recommend that you make very long stitches and very short stitches on purpose. This is the way I do for the design. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.